Good morning, students. You are most welcome to the language class. We are starting with chapter 1 Nouns. In our previous classes, we have read that nouns are the naming words. That means it gives name to a particular place, thing. Okay. A noun is a word that names persons, animals, places, and things. For example, we can say boy, cat, hospital, chair, etc. There are different types of nouns. First of all is the proper noun. A proper noun is the name of a particular person, thing, or place. And a common noun is used to refer to people, places, or things in general. So, in general, we are telling boy, we are giving it a name Ravi. So, when we are in general, we are telling boy, and when we are giving the general thing a name, that means Ravi, it becomes a proper noun. So Ravi is a proper noun and boy is a common noun. Girl, Anuja. Girl is a common noun because many girls are there. But when we are talking about Anuja, that means it is a particular girl. We are talking about a particular girl. Okay. So common noun means in general, and proper noun means when we are giving to a particular name to the general names, that is called proper noun. Collective noun. Number 3. A collective noun refers to a group of a particular animal, bird, thing, or people. So when many peoples will be there in a place, we will say it is a crowd. It is a crowd of people. A flock of birds, FLOCK, flock of birds. Okay. A pride of lions. So lions is a common noun and many lions are there. Then we are giving a collective noun, collective name, that is called a pride of lions. A possessive noun describes who owns a particular thing. The girl's dress. That means the dress belongs to the girl. Okay, next. Let's practice. Underline the 4 types of nouns in this passage. Write them under the correct columns in the table given on page number 13. So in page number 13, a column was made. You have to make it in, you can write in the book only. Okay. That you have to underline the nouns and then you have to put it in the proper thing. I will tell you only 2 lines. During the winter holidays, my family took me to the zoo. So, zoo is a name of a place, so it is common noun. Okay. It is located outside Bhubaneswar. Bhubaneswar is the name of a particular place, so it is a proper noun. So this way you will read the passage and you will underline the nouns and then you will put it in the boxes. In our next class, next material sending class, I will send it. From the noun that you identified above, which ones can you touch, smell, see, taste and hear? So till now we have read about the nouns that we can see, we can touch, we can smell, we can hear. That means boy we can see, girl we can see, building we can see, we can touch it. Okay, cat, dog, or many things are there, chair, table, pencil, pen. So we all things we can touch. Now feather. Feather is a touch, smell, see. Did you notice that you can do at least one of these? See, touch, smell, hear, taste. With all the nouns in the passage above except the bravery. With bravery. So, bravery is a noun but we cannot touch it. Isn't it? This is because bravery has no color, size, no shape, no sound, no smell, or no texture is there. You can only experience or understand it in your mind, we can now see the nouns are of two types, concrete and abstract. Concrete noun means which we can touch, see, smell. At least one we can do with our sense organs. But abstract noun you have to feel. Okay. So read the yellow box. A concrete noun refers to an object that can be experienced through at least one of our five senses. Any noun that you cannot touch, smell, see, or hear is an abstract noun. Okay. Next, I think till now you have understood. That means concrete noun we can touch, or we can see, or we can smell, or we can hear. But abstract noun we will not be able to do all these things. We have to feel it. Okay? Like happiness. Happiness, it has no color, it has no texture, no smell. You have to feel the happiness. Okay? Now identify the kinds of nouns in the box and write them under the correct column in the table on page number 14. One has been done for you. See, here is a box in page number 13, and you have to read and you have to understand that which one is the concrete noun and which one is the abstract noun. For example, here it is written computer. Computer is a concrete noun because we can touch it, we can see it, we can touch it and see it. Okay. Next is thrill. Thrill means getting thrilled, excited. Excitement you can see? No. See, the next one is excitement. So excitement will be the abstract noun. Next, balloon. Balloon is a concrete noun. Friendship is a abstract noun. Ice cream is a concrete noun. So from here you will try to write, and now our next live class we will discuss, and next material sending class I will send the answers and you will check it from there. And but you will not, one thing I am telling to the students, please don't sit and waste your time. Do it. If you are doing wrong also, that means you are learning something. Okay. Without doing, that means you are not learning anything. You are doing wrong, that means you one day you will be corrected. Okay, so do it. That ma'am, I can't do, I don't know, and you will sit. Don't waste your time. Next, number 2. The nouns of the following sentences are in bold. Underline only the abstract nouns. See, it takes courage to rescue an animal from drowning. So, courage is the abstract noun. Live in peace with nature. So, peace is a abstract noun. You have to underline only courage, peace. Number C. We admire the beauty of the park. Beauty. Beauty is the abstract noun. Animal we can see. Nature. Nature means the plant, the houses, everything. Mountains. So with nature we can see. And here park. Park we can see. So we cannot see the courage, peace and beauty. Rest of the things you will do by yourself. Please don't waste your time. I am telling repeatedly. Next, abstract noun. Abstract nouns can be made in many ways by adding ness, meant, ly after words. Happy, happiness. Kind, kindness. Enjoy, enjoyment. Fragile, fragility. Sometimes it is okay. Here is a tips in the green box. Do not simply add ness after words ending in the letter Y. The spelling will change to an I. Yes. If the C here, HAPPY, happy, so we have to change the Y and we have to make it I, happiness. Kind, kindness, enjoy. See, if it is Y at last, sometimes if we are adding ness over there, then we have to change Y into I. Enjoy, enjoyment, fragile, fragilement. Number 2, by changing the spelling of the word, we can change the words from to into abstract noun. Angry, anger. So anger is the noun and angry is the adjective. By removing full from the words like this, beautiful, we are making it beauty. Beautiful is an adjective, beauty is the abstract noun. Wonderful and wonder. Abstract noun can be made from verbs also. Fly, flight, exit, existence. You have to read. I will try to give you more words. I will try to give you a list and you have to read those lists. Okay. Now make abstract noun from the words given below. So hungry, hunger. Loyal, loyalty. Peaceful, peace. And rest of the things you will do by yourself. Try. I will give the answers, but try. Change the following verbs into abstract noun. Educate. Change the following verbs into abstract noun. Educate, education. Believe, belief. Imitate, imitation. You will do by yourself. Pick out 5 abstract nouns. This one you have not to do. Okay, number 3 is crossed out. So read the chapter. If there is any problem, if you are facing any problem, then jot it down in a copy. That means you will give a bullet. Bullet means a full stop, and you will write the problem. That this point you have not understood. Okay. Then when we will discuss in the live class, we will discuss over there. Okay. So read the chapter, read the yellow boxes very well, do the exercises, otherwise you will not understand anything. Okay. So till the next class, goodbye. Have a nice time.